Welcome back to the channel, Barça fans. Huge news today from Camp Nou and the transfer market. FC Barcelona are already planning for the 2026 transfer window, looking at replacements for Robert Lewandowski, including Ferran Torres and Julian Alvarez. We'll break down who's on Barca's radar, from the promising Ian Subieber to left-footed defender Goncalo Inacio, and how Chelsea could be in competition for South American stars. Plus, we'll cover why Barcelona's return to Camp Nou has been delayed again, and when fans can expect to see the team back in their iconic stadium. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss this. It has been less than a month since the summer transfer window ended, but FC Barcelona are already planning their moves for the next one in 2026. One of the major concerns for the Blaugrana heading into the next season is the center-forward position, given that Robert Lewandowski's contract expires in June. Consideration is being given to the idea of backing Ferran Torres to take over the mantle after his recent impressive displays as a number 9. At the same time though, the Barcelona sporting department continues to keep an eye on the market for possible replacements. Julian Alvarez remains on Barcelona's radar. To that end, Barcelona are still keeping a close watch on Atletico Madrid and Argentina striker Julian Alvarez, reports The Athletic. As per the outlet, Barça president Joan Laporta is a huge admirer of the 2022 FIFA World Cup winner, who excelled with Atletico in his debut season in 2024-25. Barcelona rate the 25-year-old Alvarez highly for his goal-scoring acumen, his off-the-ball work rate and his versatility. Alvarez, though, has a contract with Atletico Madrid until the summer of 2030 and any move for him will not be cheap, considering that Los Rojiblancos spent a sum worth up to €95 million on signing him from Manchester City last year. Given Barcelona's tricky financial position, funding such a move for Alvarez next year might not be easy. But what appears to be clear is that the La Liga champions are keeping a very close eye on the Argentine international and his situation at the Riyadh Air Metropolitano. Asterisk player valuation and title obtained from transfermarket.com on date of publication. Report: Chelsea in competition with Barcelona for potential €100 million teenage star. River Plate youngster Ian Subieber is on the radar of some of Europe's top clubs including Chelsea according to reports. The Blues have increasingly tapped into the South American market under the Todd Boehly and Clearlake Capital ownership and have signed a number of talents from the continent. Andre Santos and Estevao Willian are currently making a strong impression in Chelsea's first team, while Kendry Paz has been performing well at Strasbourg this season. River Plate prospect Ian Subieber has once again caught the attention of Chelsea. Although the club focused on strengthening their first team over the summer, they continue to scout emerging talents from around the world. Chelsea have also monitored PSG youngster Seny Mayelu, and now Subieber, another South American talent, is back on their radar. The Blues were previously linked with Subieber during the summer, but no official offer was made for the 18-year-old at that time. Recent reports indicate that both Chelsea and Barcelona have reached out to the youngster, whose contract with River Plate runs until December 2026. The report adds River Plate were confident of securing a contract renewal, and Subieber is believed to have a €30 million release clause, which the Argentine club want to raise to €100 million, although his agents would prefer €35 to €40 million. Subieber is a right winger who can play across the front line and he's made 19 appearances for River Plate, scoring 1 goal. Chelsea continues South American recruitment drive. The Blues have signed young talent from all over the world, but they are particularly active in South America and have really tapped into that market. Barcelona were dealt a surprise blow this summer when Íñigo Martínez decided to leave the club after receiving a lucrative offer from Saudi Arabian giants Al Nassr. The veteran centre-back had been a key part of the team's success under Hansi Flick last season, with his tactical acumen, defensive nous, and leadership making him crucial. Having lost him this season, Flick is yet to find his best defensive partnership so far, leading to a slight instability in the backline. At the same time, Barca have begun working on signing a left-footed centre-back, having already explored a potential move for a low-cost option in the summer without any success. Interest growing in Goncalo Inacio. One of the names on Barcelona's radar for the left-sided centre-back role happens to be Sporting CP defender Goncalo Inacio. In fact, according to The Athletic, the Catalan giants have been tracking the 24-year-old defender in recent months, and their interest in him has only grown since Íñigo Martínez's summer exit. Inacio, a product of the Sporting Youth Academy, has grown into a key player for the Portuguese outfit and has even made his senior debut for the national team, making 17 appearances. The central defender's contract with Sporting runs until 2027, meaning he would be entering the final year of his deal next summer, at which point he could become available for a reasonable fee, provided he does not sign a renewal. Either way, Inacio is on Barcelona's radars and is being closely monitored by sporting director Deco as the La Liga champions look for a new left-footed central defender. Other names like Inter Milan's Alessandro Bottoni are also on the list, although he would be an expensive option. Brazilian talent Luis Benedetti is also on the radar. Why Barcelona's Camp Nou return has been delayed again. The ongoing delays continue to impact the Catalan giants financially. Barcelona's return to Camp Nou has been delayed once again, with their upcoming home game against Real Sociedad now set to take place at the Estadi Olímpic Lluís Companys on Montjuic. The $1.5 billion renovation of the club's iconic stadium began in June 2023, but the reopening has already been postponed multiple times. Originally, the Joan Gamper Trophy match against Como during preseason was scheduled to mark Barca's comeback, but that plan was missed. Additionally, Hansi Flick's team had to play their first two La Liga home games at Estadi Johan Cruyff, which is usually reserved for the club's women's team and reserves. New homecoming would be against Real Sociedad in La Liga this Sunday, but the city council have now confirmed that the fixture will be played at Estadi Olímpic Lluís Companys, the 55,000-seater arena at which Barcelona have played in recent seasons. Sebastián Massag, chief of civil protection, told a city council meeting on Tuesday that several issues need to be addressed as they affect the safety and security of the stadium. He added that some of these problems are in the access routes, which must be resolved to allow all fans to attend matches safely. It was previously announced that Barcelona's Champions League clash against reigning European champions Paris Saint-Germain on October 1 would take place at Montjuic, meaning club officials and supporters must continue waiting for Camp Nou's reopening. Playing at the Estadi Olímpic Lluís Companys also comes with significant financial implications for Barça. The club not only loses revenue from the additional seats available at the renovated Camp Nou, but must also pay the city council between €300,000, $353,000, and €900,000, $1.1 million, to use the stadium for matches. Elena Fort, Barca's vice president, has confirmed the club usually pay around €500,000, $588,000, to use the venue, adding an extra motivation to make the return to Camp Nou as swiftly as possible. Girona could now be Barcelona's first opponents when Camp Nou does reopen. Their La Liga clash is slated for October 18th. So, Barca fans, what do you think? Who should be Barcelona's next number 9, Ferran Torres or Julian Alvarez? And can Inacio bolster the backline after Martinez's exit? Comment below and let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for all the latest Barcelona transfer news and club updates. Visca Barça!